Hey guys, Doug the Michigan Piper here in the Pipe Rest, and today I am smoking good old Reliables Dr. Greybull Savoy with some Captain Black Platinum, and guys, I'm just in love with this blend. The only thing I can say in a negative, I'm trying to say, the only negative thing that I can say about it is that because it's a lighter blend, there's times when it's kind of muted for me. But it's weird because mint medley tea. It's weird because like Lane 1Q, everybody loves Lane 1Q, but to me it's so light that there's hardly any flavor to it. And I've been reading a lot of reviews on the Captain Black Platinum, and everybody, not everybody, but there's a lot of people out there like, it's mild, or it's too mild or too light for me, and it's great for me. I absolutely love it. So I'm not sure what the disconnect is between Lane 1Q, having that be mild for me and this not. But this blend, you guys, just wonderful to me. But yeah, so that's what I'm smoking today. Been doing some contemplating lately, not in a hugely serious way, but kind of had a chuckle a while back because I had heard that, I'd heard somebody refer to pipe smoking as their hobby, and it gave me a chuckle at first, and then it was like, well, wait a minute. The reason why I chuckled at it was because I don't consider it a hobby. And I was like, wait a minute, why is it a hobby, And, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, I guess it depends on who you are. If you're a guy that buys a bunch of pipes because you like the way the pipes look and you try to collect them, well, collecting's a hobby. Or if you're a guy or gal that likes to chase the releases, small batch releases or whatever, and that's where you find your focus and pleasure, for lack of a better phrase, then I would consider that a hobby. So I tell you all that to tell you that I'm not knocking anybody that calls it a hobby by any means. And just like flavors are each to his own, so is it, I think, as a hobby, each to his own. For me, it's not, but that could possibly be because I'm more of a codger smoker, and to me, this to me is like having a cookie, or having a nice dessert, or something to that effect. I don't consider it something that, that I don't want to say something that my life revolves around, because I know some of you guys that consider it a hobby your lives don't revolve around it either. So, but to me, this is just something nice in my lifestyle, I guess. But I'm also the guy that has 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pipes, at least in here. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I've got a couple in my work truck and my personal truck, but less than 20, let's put it that way, and I really don't have grand visions of getting more. I'm very satisfied with the pipes that I have. I'll probably get one or two in Ireland when we go to Ireland in May, because I like to get pipes for occasions. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I got this when I went here. You know, I've got what do we got over there? I've got my Chicago pipe show pipes, my Columbus pipe show pipe. I think that's it. But this, you know, hopefully I'll have an Ireland pipe. And I bought pipes before at the Chicago pipe show that I gotten rid of. This guy didn't like the way they smoked, you know, and I already had a Chicago pipe, so. And I know there's guys out there that, you know, have hundreds. And good for you. You know, if that's what you enjoy, then good for you. So that's sometimes a hard conversation to have, right? Especially in our in our world, that or our society, where everybody's offended by something. You know, it's like if you have a differing opinion, then, you know, somebody takes offense, and it's like, well, you're wrong. It's like, well, we can have different opinions and be okay, you know. And you know, that's why I kind of carefully chose my words there, because if I say something like, well, yeah, who needs all those pipes? You know, I don't need all those pipes. That's dumb. Then I'm insulting everyone that's watching my channel that has a bunch of pipes, right? And I don't think it's dumb. I'm not saying that, but it is interesting how, you know, you have to watch how you say things. And I think obviously that is a big part of the problem with our society, is that nobody watches what they say. It's fire off and then, you know, shoot first and ask questions later type of thing. But at the same time, I think that, you know, there are bridges to be built there. I just did a training last night for our officers, and that was one of my subjects, because that's one thing I'm really big on, is building bridges, not burning them. You know, and you can build bridges without compromising yourself. And when it comes to today's society, I think that there are a lot of us that are just as guilty of the situation that we're in, because yes, we're irritated that people are snowflakes, right? We're irritated because people take offense so easy. And a lot of us, our way of dealing with that is saying, get over it, snowflake. Which is not, in this person's opinion, the right answer. All that does is antagonize. Not saying you gotta smooth, you know, you gotta pat them on the butt, but to me, in order to have a conversation with somebody that's easily offended, you just need to flatly state, it's like, look, I've gone on that subject. I've stopped saying I'm sorry. Like, my first knee-jerk reaction was, hey, I'm sorry you're offended. I'm not sorry you're offended. That's not my fault. So I usually, you know, say something to the effect of, you know, look, you're going to be offended, but that's because that's the way you're reacting to it, not the way I'm portraying it. I'm here to have a discussion. If you're offended, then so be it, but that's not my intent. A lot of times it opens up conversations, you know, and don't get me wrong, I don't have these conversations all the time, but I do think that we share some liability, or some responsibility there in this culture war type thing. I have no idea what led me down that rabbit hole. I'll watch it later and be like, oh yeah, I was supposed to talk about this and I talked about that instead. But I've been there before, you guys, where it's like I don't feel like taking the time to explain to this snowflake why anything, you know, why it is that I do what I do, or why the sky is blue, whatever. But I think we're called to be patient in those situations. I think that's an opportunity to open a door that hasn't been opened. But many of us slam it shut and, hey, too bad. This is the way I am. This is me. This is who I am. Get over it. Doesn't build any bridges. You don't have any bridges, you don't go too far. And some people are happy with that. Some people are content with, I don't need bridges. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to go home. Not leave the house. Get over it. It's who I am. Have at it. I just don't subscribe to that theology. So I used to. There was a time until I started beating my head against the wall and realized I had to change something. So anyway, guys, I'm going to back out of that rabbit hole. We're already closed in on 12 minutes. So figured I'd just share a pipe with you and have a chat. So guys, I hope you're all doing well. Until next time, you take care.